And welcome back to StSLib, this time for the Silent. Let's see if we can boost her win rate up to 50% here. The odds are definitely against us, since I am not the best player of this game. And out of these starting options, I think I like lose 6 max HP for a random rare relic the most. Some of the rare relics definitely are run defining. Some of them, however, are pretty bad and won't do anything for a while. So it's a bit of a gamble, of course, but I think it's probably the best option here. And let's see. We want a good distribution of campfires and elites. So we could head for this campfire first, or perhaps if we are feeling really strong, we could go this way for 3 elites in total. But let's head to this node here through this path. We could also take the 100 gold here to have something to do in this store. That's perfectly acceptable. But yeah, I think I like this random rare relic the most. So let's take that. And we get the fossilized helix, which is one of the better ones out of the rare relics. Prevents the first time we would lose HP each combat. So that might even enable this purple path for us for 3 elites. And we do need to get a bit stronger for the slime boss, which is probably the strongest or the most difficult Act 1 boss. Though the fossilized helix will help a lot in that fight as well. But yeah, let's start here. And we could conserve the buffer, or we could just strike. I guess we will conserve it for as long as we are able to. Okay. So far, so good. And we can still conserve the buffer. Okay. And we get a good potion out of that. That might further enable us to take this more dangerous path. We'll see. And for our card reward, we get 3 damage options. I think I like Endless Agony the most here. It's just a pretty okay damage card that exhausts itself. Sneaky Strike kind of wants synergies with discarding, and we don't have those just yet. So let's take the Endless Agony. Okay. And yeah, okay. So we will lose the buffer here, but we will still want to block twice. So we take 0 damage. I do that and do that. And both of them are still attacking. It doesn't matter. We can just kill this one and block. Easy fight. There we go. Okay, so more damage is offered to us in the form of dagger throw or poison stab. I think I like dagger throw more. The poison scaling is nice, but we don't have any other sources of poison yet. And dagger throw does enable some discard synergies, or gets us a bit closer to them at least. So let's pick that. Okay, here we can get the golden idol. We will take it. Sadly, the buffer will not stop this smash from damaging us. So I think out of these options, we should either take the damage or lose max HP. Usually I just lose max HP, but we've already lost some. So it's a bit more more of a risk, I would say. If we take the max HP damage, I think we can still do the purple path. I think we'll go for that, so yeah. Otherwise we just take the damage and we kind of maybe want to rest here. So yeah, this path is also 3 elites. Why didn't I see that earlier? If I go this way. Well, whatever. Let's just lose the max HP here. Down to 54. Right. Could kill this one already. And either block or ignore the acid slime's damage. Let's block it. Since we can do it with ease. Also, slight mistake there. Should have killed with Endless Agony since that deals exactly 4. Doesn't really matter, but this is a mistake. Okay, conserve the buffer. There we go. Get another good potion, duplication potion. And so Bane isn't very good at the moment. We don't have any poison. Acrobatics is a good mid to late game card. It's not good yet, but we might still take it. And Cloak and Dagger is a bit underwhelming when unupgraded or when it doesn't have any synergies. So we could even skip this, but I think we'll take the Acrobatics. With these 2 potions and the Fossilized Helix, I think we'll get through this first elite at least. And we can go for the store or skip the store. Which do we want? Store might be the safer option, maybe. Let's take the Acrobatics. So, store or no store? If we go this way, we get to upgrade before we meet an elite. 152 gold. That's not going to be that much to spend. So let's not take the store. Let's go for a hallway fight. The event could be good as well, but it could also be just a waste of a floor. Let's take a hallway fight. Okay. 3 louses. Let's conserve the buffer. So I could have stricken them 3 times here. But let's conserve the buffer, I guess. Not sure if that's the correct choice here. Okay, we can block this one, we can kill this one. But the buffer will be eaten. I won't play Dagger Throw here, since I don't want to draw anything, I don't think. No, I will play it, because we want to kill this one and also damage this one, so we kind of need to play it, okay. So do that, do this, and do that, and we take 0 damage. Alright. Okay, so Sneaky Strike is back, and this time we do have the Acrobatics and the Dagger Throw, so let's pick it up. We need more damage, even if it's kind of mediocre damage. And now we can upgrade. I think we should maybe upgrade Acrobatics actually to make Sneaky Strike more reliable here. Neutralize is also pretty good. Though it's maybe a bit less good with Fossilized Helix. I'm not sure about that though. Could upgrade Endless Agony or Sneaky Strike or Dagger Throw for more damage as well. But I think Acrobatics is probably the best option here. Though I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely the one, aside from Neutralize maybe, that has the most long-term potential. in the game or in the run. So let's do acrobatics and see how we do. And like I said, we have these 2 potions, so we should get through this fight. Even when our damage is kind of lackluster. Okay, here let's conserve the Endless Agonies. They will also benefit from Acrobatics Plus, when we can draw more stuff. So let's just end turn against the Lagavulin. And here's Acrobatics. Let's see if we can hit Sneaky Strike. We might even consider Duplication Potion for the Sneaky Strike. Not sure if that's going to be worth it. Okay, we do hit Sneaky Strike. So if we Duplication Potion Sneaky Strike, we both deal more damage and also gain more energy out of playing it. We could just save the Duplication Potion for later though. And maybe we'll even get through this fight with using only 1 potion, so let's for now not use it. Do that, do this, do that. And what do we get? We get some Endless Agonies, so if we want to keep the buffer, we need to hit something with Distilled Chaos. And I think it's something we want to do anyway, even without the buffer consideration. Probably. So let's go ahead and do that after playing one of these Endless Agonies here. Okay, some more damage. Okay, so the buffer is gone, so there's no point in blocking. Just get rid of this Endless Agony here. And it seems that's all of them, okay. So we kind of rely on Dagger Throw and Sneaky Strike to kill this thing, so we might still need to use the Duplication Potion. Because our damage just is a bit sad at the moment. Okay, but here we get to use the Sneaky Strike. Let's Survivor, but we might want to Dagger Throw, maybe. I don't know. Instead of defending. So if I Dagger Throw, everything in the discard pile will get shuffled here. Is that a bad thing? Not sure. Depends on what we draw as we play it, I guess. I'll go ahead and defend here. Not sure if that's the correct choice, but let's do it anyway. And we're about to get debuffed, so is this the point to use the Duplication Potion just to deal 9 more damage? It might be. It just might be. Also, we will draw 1 more card by doing it, so maybe we should actually use that. Even though we are fighting another elite straight away here, if we are strong enough, we might not be. We might have to go this path instead, which is a bit sad. So if we manage to keep the Duplication Potion, that will enable us to fight this elite more reliably. However, getting through this fight with as many hit points as we can is also something to, or something kind of obligatory to do this as well, because there is no rest site before the elite. So we can kill it, I think, without using the Duplication Potion, but we will also take some damage as we do it. Especially since we drew Neutralize now, so we can't redraw into it. And we're about to get debuffed. This is actually, I don't know. This is something I could consider for a long time, but for the sake of my sanity and your patience, dear viewer, I think I shouldn't. Unless I like put an edit here, do some calculations, but maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I'm not that hardcore. So if we play the Duplication Potion Dagger Throw, it's going to deal 18 damage. And we can play... Well, if we get lucky, we also get like Sneaky Strike as a draw. So it's definitely the safer option. 15, 18 goes to 22. Yeah, we're going to have a difficult time killing it without it. I hate doing this, but I don't know, maybe I should use the duplication potion. Just because we're about to get debuffed for -2 strength and dex. So we can't reliably dodge or block rather, and we can't deal enough damage with this nonsense in our deck. So Sneaky Strike will deal 10 and Strikes will deal 4. Yeah. Then again, I can use Duplication Potion on the Sneaky Strike when we draw it. That's 20 damage. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. I'll try to keep the Duplication Potion. And we do get a decent draw with a strike there. So we might even get away with this. Depending on... Well, we can draw Sneaky Strike here, but it's not going to kill, is it? No, it's going to deal 10 damage. But we get that refund. So yeah, it is enough. Okay, so... Duplication Potion is conserved. That's good. And goes to show that sometimes you shouldn't, like, rush into decisions in this game. So there we go. And we get a good relic, the Captain's Wheel, at the start of the third turn. Why is that so difficult to say? We gain 18 block. So very nice block defensive relic. Pairs kind of well with Fossilized Helix as well. And it's good against the Slime Boss. So if we utilize just the Captain's Wheel and gain, I think, how many? I don't remember how much damage the Slime Boss deals on turn 3. Is it 28? If so, we only need to block for 10 more, so we can keep the Fossilized Helix charge. So yeah, that's good. It's also good against all the elites in Act 1. Okay, so here we are offered 2 things that are pretty bad, dodge and roll and expertise. They're basically like garbage at this point with this deck. They're not good Act 1 picks usually. Flechettes is okay, especially since we have acrobatics, and especially if we manage to upgrade it. And it will benefit if we manage to remove these strikes and add some skills into our deck, and we do need more damage, so we will take the flechettes. It has some good potential, even though it's sometimes kind of bad. With the wrong draw order, it can do basically nothing, but we'll see how it performs. And since we got the good relic and we kept the duplication potion, I think we can still go for this dangerous path here. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay. So we get the choice to fight another elite. So this is one of the situations where greed can get you killed. Definitely. Looks to have been eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. So I think that's Lagavulin again, but I don't actually remember which one it is. So if it's Lagavulin again, that's the worst one out of the 3 options we could get here, since it's going to start straight away with the debuff. I think that's Lagavulin. It might also be Gremlin Nob. But I am a greedy person, sometimes at least, and I do like the movie Wall Street, so we might try to find some loot here, even though it might get us killed actually, because we are locked into this path. So if we have to fight an elite here and it goes badly, and if our reward sucks, we might just perish here, which would be the end of a pretty promising run. Not like the best possible start we could have had, but yeah. So we do have some help with the Captain's Wheel and the Fossilized Helix, but the question is, do we actually have enough damage? Especially since I think this is Lagavulin and we will get debuffed straight away for -2 strength. But I will click on this at least once, and if we get the relic, I think we'll just leave straight away after that. We find nothing. So there I clicked a second time, which almost guarantees a fight. Well, it's 60%. So even if we do fight the Lagavulin and do, let's say, relatively poorly, I think we'll get through it. And we will gain a relic here and a relic here, as well as a card reward. But we will most likely not have the duplication potion, which might mean we are dead to this elite, so I don't know. This is one of those situations where a more prudent, careful course of action would probably be the best decision. I kind of hate this situation. I'm going to click this again, and we'll see how we do. But yeah, this is not something I should be doing, probably. Okay, we find some gold. 30 gold. Okay, well, I've basically convinced myself to take this fight, even though I shouldn't, probably. Yeah, it is the Lagavulin again. So yeah, this is far more difficult this time, because it starts straight away by debuffing. However, we do have the duplication potion, and we do draw acrobatics straight away, and we also have flechettes. So if we get really lucky, we will draw sneaky strike here, and we can duplicate either it or flechettes, depending on which one deals more damage. So let's see. Let's see what we get. Okay, we don't get it. Yeah, that's not good. But this will deal 40 damage when duplicated, so I guess that's our choice. And when we draw Sneaky Strike, we cannot actually make use of the discard synergy, because we have Dagger Throw here and we already played Acrobatics. But yeah, I think we should go for damage here. Let's duplicate. Okay, and since it doesn't matter if we draw Sneaky Strike now, let's just Dagger Throw already. Okay, well, next turn is going to get to be bad. It's going to be bad, rather. But we do have the buffer. But yeah. But thankfully Captain's Wheel will also be very useful here. So we don't need to block here since it will do nothing, but yeah, Captain's Wheel and buffer will keep us in this fight. Let's play these. There goes the buffer. Okay, so now we are still doing okay with hit points, but we are about to get debuffed again, so we need to deal damage ASAP to actually get through this. Okay, Acro plus Flechettes is okay, but yeah, as we can see, the -2 strength is horrible for us. But we do draw the Sneaky Strike here, so that's good. Okay. So this deals 6, and this deals 7. This is cutting it way too close, so yeah, that's why I was so hesitant in taking this fight. I would have much preferred to fight any of the other elites, I think. Especially Gremlin Nob. Gremlin Nob would have been the easiest. Probably. Let's do this first, so we see if we get more skills for Flechettes. We don't. Okay, so we need to deal 15 more damage. That's actually going to be relatively difficult. As we can see, strikes only deal 2. So we either block for 1 or deal 2 damage. So that's pretty pathetic. Flechettes is going to deal 0 now, since its base damage is 4. So we kind of rely on Dagger Throw and Sneaky Strike. This deals 5, this deals 8. 13, exactly. So if we draw both of those, we don't need to play the strike. If we get the Sneaky Strike, that's 8, plus this is 10, so we need 2 more strikes. Okay, I think we should strike here, instead of blocking for 1. 8 plus 2. Not enough. Yep, that might get us killed here. So we will get through this, but as I kind of predicted, this is what happens. So Gordon Gecko, you have betrayed me. Guess I could blame Oliver Stone for this loss here, if I do end up losing the run because of this greediness. Well, we are always sneaky striking. And I guess we block now, since we can guarantee the kill with dagger throw. So block for 1. Ouch. Okay. So 17 health. Okay, we get the tiny chest. That is the... that is horrible. Come on. At least give me something useful. So every 4th question mark room is a treasure room now that will do nothing until like Act 2 or maybe even 3. And it might even be actively bad because it's going to disincentivize us from picking up the cursed key boss relic. Well, if we even get this far and manage to beat the slime boss. Okay, so at least the card reward is alright, though I don't like unupgraded deadly poison, and leg sweep, while it's a good card, it's not going to help us kill anything. I will pick it up though, since it's just good. But it won't help us against most... Well, it won't help us against Gremlin Knob, which we will maybe fight here. And it's going to be okay against the 3 sentries, I guess, but not as good because they have artifact charges. So I'm not as thrilled about this as I maybe would be in like the beginning of Act 2 or something. And tiny chest, I guess we can pick up, even though it's like actively not going... It's not going to do us basically anything. Okay, so this chest might just save us, maybe, against this next elite. We don't have a potion anymore, and we are at 17 health. So what's going to keep us alive is again Fossilized Helix and the Captain's Will. Okay, Horn Cleat. Well, that's good. That pairs very well with Fossilized Helix and the Captain's Will. So at the start of the second turn, gain 14 block. So that's lucky. And that might even... Yeah, I think we'll get through this fight now. With the help of all these defensive relics. So this time, even though I did probably make the wrong decision in fighting the elite event there, we will probably get through Gremlin Knob. And maybe even do that without taking a single point of damage, but... Actually, yeah, we kind of need to do that, I think. Because when it's going to be attacking us on turn 4... Well, I don't remember how much damage it's going to deal, but it's very likely that it's going to be... Well, actually, no. It's going to take up to turn 5 for it to actually be able to do anything against us, because it's not attacking yet. Okay, so I think we get through Gremlin Knob without even taking any damage. So that's good. And here we have a good flechettes. Let's discard a strike. Okay, good. Now the question is, do we keep an Endless Agony in the discard pile or not? And I think it doesn't even matter, since we are going to be able to get through this fight regardless, probably. Well, let's keep it. I don't know. It will duplicate itself once we draw it again. Okay, no need to block here. Alright, so the 3 sentries would have been far more difficult. And also, yeah, I did miscalculate though, since we are being dealt more damage than this 18 block is, because we are also vulnerable. However, it doesn't matter because it's just dead. Okay. We get the Tingsha, dealing 3 damage to a random enemy every time we discard something. That's already doing something, since we have Dagger Throw and Acrobatics. Now, if we manage to find more discard synergies, that would be great. We also get a Fear Potion, enabling us to get through this elite or the slime boss easier. Another Sneaky Strike, huh? So that's going to actually be very good as long as we can remove these strikes and also maybe add some more acrobatics or something that discards. Crippling Cloud also acceptable, but it also wants an upgrade. It's very good for Act 2, but it's not very good yet. So we are maybe fighting the 3 sentries, in which case it's okay, though it's not great. Because they start with an artifact charge. And it might be okay in the slime boss act, well, not act, slime boss fight, as long as we play it when it has split, which is actually kind of difficult to get to. So the options here are Crippling Cloud, Sneaky Strike, or even Skip, I think. Skip is acceptable. I do like this discard synergies though, so we might pick up this second Sneaky Strike. And after that we really need to prioritize removing these strikes and adding more acrobatics and other things that discard. So we could pick up Crippling Cloud and straight away upgrade it here. It's, like I said, pretty good for Act 2. And even after that, even if we don't add more poison damage to our deck, it's going to be okay. Deals a bit of damage in the form of the poison, it's AoE, it applies weak, and it gets rid of artifact charges. So there are definite points for it. And yeah, it also exhausts, so that's pretty good, I guess. So yeah, it would be a better card maybe if it didn't exhaust. So I think Skip is not the best option here, so it's between Crippling Cloud and Sneaky Strike. Crippling Cloud does have like a slight amount of synergy with Flechettes since it's a skill, while Sneaky Strike is an attack, so it doesn't. So I'm going to pick up the Crippling Cloud here. It might be an obvious choice actually, but I don't think it is. Or, well, it might seem like an obvious choice since it's just, generally speaking, far better than the Sneaky Strike is, but in what we are trying to accomplish with the discard synergies, the Sneaky Strike would have been a good pick as well, but we can't really reliably guarantee that we'll ever get to that point where we can keep on discarding all the time. We still haven't removed a single strike, and we don't have a store unless we go here, and we don't want to go there. We want this elite and this campfire. So it's going to take a while for the discard synergies to come online. But now that we did pick up the Crippling Cloud, it's probably the best upgrade for us. Flechettes is also good. Sneaky Strike is okay, Endless Agony is, I don't know, maybe okay, Neutralize is okay. But yeah, Crippling Cloud deals far more damage when upgraded, so let's do that. So even when we have this poison card now, we don't really need to like pick up more poison necessarily. We can just do poison and regular old attack damage. It's not mandatory to specialize in damage dealing. Okay, what do we do here? We can block. And we probably will. Let's start with a dagger throw. Or will we? Yeah, I think so. So Flechette deals 8 damage. It's less than the dagger throw anyway. And it also deals, yeah, it deals more with the Tingsha, which I kind of already forgot about. Because I am a bit of a goofball with my memory sometimes. Okay. So, easy fight. Get an Essence of Steel. Not the best potion, but it's okay. And a glass knife, which we will take, especially since we can upgrade it. It's going to deal okay damage. Actually, it's going to deal good damage when upgraded for quite a while. In Act 3 it's going to start trailing off though. Could also consider Bane now, since we do have the Crippling Cloud, but I will take the rare card, the Glass Knife here. If you don't get to upgrade Glass Knife, it's far worse, but with the upgrade it's quite good. So this next elite should be pretty easy. And it is the Lagavulin again, the third time. And since we have these relics and we have a good turn 1, we'll just start straight away with the damage. Let's start with the dagger throw, just in case we draw the sneaky strike. Okay, we don't. So now if we play acrobatics, we won't have enough energy to play sneaky strike again, so it's not going to be worth it. And let's do the... yeah, probably the Crippling Cloud over the Glass Knife here. Just get rid of these Endless Agonies, and I think we can keep the potions, since we now have far more damage than last time. Or at least keep the Fear Potion for Slimy. Sadly the buffer is going to be eaten here, since we didn't draw a single block card. That's bad. That is quite bad, actually. Well, we can use the Essence of Steel. I think we should. Let's keep the buffer. Okay. And I guess we can apply more weak. Alright, so not a great turn, but probably won't matter. Let's do the sneaky strike. And we still have the buffer, so we can just strike here. Alright. Goodbye, Lagavulin again. Peace Pipe. Okay. So it's not the best rare relic, but I think we might even use it here. So with it, we can remove cards from our deck at rest sites. And we do want to get rid of these strikes, so I think we'll be using it. We could also rest, and that might actually be called for. When going into the slime boss with 17 hit points. Okay, here's acrobatics number 2, we'll definitely take that. Caltrops, don't really think it's worthwhile here. Piercing Veil is pretty good actually, but I think it's just the second acrobatics. That will also enable us to take even more discard synergy cards. So let's pick that up. And yeah, so the options are to remove a strike, to upgrade our second acrobatics, or to just rest. And slime boss is very difficult, so resting might be the best option. Then again, it's going to help us a lot to get rid of a strike here as well. And we do have the buffer and the captain's wheel, so maybe we can get through this without resting. So we will need to use the Fear Potion and maybe even the Swift Potion to guarantee that we get a good split here. So I'm going to risk it again for the biscuit and toke a strike here. So at least the Peace Pipe gets to do something during this run. Alright, let's see how we do. Flechette deals 20. Let's just start with the Fear Potion here. So it's going to deal 30 instead. But let's see if we can draw Sneaky Strike here. We do draw the Glass Knife, but no Sneaky Strike. So we need to be careful here so we don't split it too early. We want to stack as much damage on the split turn as possible. So this will deal 36. Goes to how much? 81? I think 81. Apologies, my math is not the best. But yeah, I think it goes to 81. 36, yeah. 81. Okay. So now we don't want to play the Endless Agony here, since it's going to deal enough damage to split exactly. And we also get more Endless Agonies if we just end turn here. Okay, the slimes that we get in our deck are very bad for us, since we kind of rely on acrobatics a little bit. But yeah, this is probably the split turn, even though it's not the best split turn. We might even want to use the Swift Potion now. Also, yeah, I need to keep Tingsha in mind. So either I do the Sneaky Strike Neutralize, and maybe use the Swift Potion as well now. Or we basically don't deal damage now. Not sure which one is the best option. 18. Goes to 60. Yeah, this is tricky. We can decide next turn what we want. If we want to deal more damage to split, or if we can possibly block with the Captain's Wheel. I think it's better to wait. Probably. I'm not sure though. Let's wait and see. We might draw the Glass Knife again, though it's a bit tricky. But we can use the Swift Potion to maybe help with that. So I'm not sure if this is the right call, but let's end turn here. Okay, it's 38, not 28, but we do draw the Glass Knife here, which is extremely good. Let's start with the Dagger Throw, just in case we draw the Sneaky Strike again, which is very unlikely, granted, but just in case, let's see. Okay, nope. But yeah, that's good split. Goes to 20. So we do get through the Slimy. And here's Crippling Cloud at an opportune time as well. Let's see if we draw the Sneaky Strike. We do. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. So, took a lot of thinking, but yeah, we did get through this and most likely didn't even lose any health. Okay. So goes to show how good Fossilized Helix is. Prevented 74 damage in Act 1. That's pretty good. And we get 3 things offered here. Well, as usual, but yeah, I think Malaise is the best option, though we do want more energy to make more use of it. We are already applying quite a bit of weakness. But minus strength is very good against certain enemies. Bullet time is good as long as we can upgrade it, thanks to the 2 acrobatics we have, but without an upgrade it's pretty bad. Also, it does prevent us from drawing additional cards after being played, so it's not as good as it might seem. Kind of wants an upgrade. So I think we'll just take the relatively safe and easy-ish pick of melees here. Does pair pretty well with fossilized helix and are both relics as well, since we can just use this on a turn where we would take damage on if we didn't have these relics. So let's take the melees. Okay, hello runic pyramid. That's very nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Especially when compared to these 2 crappy relics. So runic pyramid, maybe the best boss relic in the game. Lets us, well, prevents us from discarding our hand at the end of a turn. Easy pick there. And now removing these strikes is even better. We definitely want to get rid of them. And thanks to the peace pipe, we might be able to do so in relatively fast fashion. We also kind of want a store, since we haven't been to one and we have almost 500 gold. So, there's a store here. Where else? Here. Now let's just mark them in gold, I guess. So this is the only early store, but it's in not an optimal path otherwise. So let's see how would we do this. Maybe something like this. So that's 2 elites, but only 1 campfire. So that's not great. What happens if we do, let's say, this? I'm not sure about the question marks if they're good here, but we might even do this burning elite with these relics. Though the 3 slavers are very scary at the moment. What about this right path? Let's take a look. So campfire, elite, campfire, store, elite or campfire. That's pretty good. Could also take these 3 hallway fights instead of these events. So bite event is... it does get rid of strikes, but it will further lower our hit points, which is kind of terrifying with only 54. So probably not good. Same goes for the apparition event, which will halve our max hit points. If we had the toxic egg for upgraded apparitions, then it would be a different story. We don't have it though. So I think events are less good than hallway fights for the moment. There are other good events, of course, in Act 2, but there are also some bad ones. Some real stinkers. So it's kind of a gamble if we go for the events. But like I said, I don't like the bite event at all. It's going to accomplish us nothing. And the apparition event we will probably want to skip as well, I think. Because we've already lost so much max HP. So we will definitely start here. And we can decide after this hallway fight what we do. So we can have the option of going to the store here and going for the purple path. Or we can go up to this node and go for either the teal path or the red path or even the white path. It's all optional. So let's see what happens here. So the bad thing about our deck is that we only have 3 energy to play with. But we will probably find some form of generating energy. Well, at least hopefully. This thing has 3 artifact charges. Not ideal. Let's start with an acrobatics, I guess. Okay, we do get a sneaky strike. That's nice. So finding some calculated gambles or something would be extremely good, especially if we manage to upgrade them. Though it's going to compete with removals at rest sites, if so. But yeah, it seems our deck is pretty good. We can almost kill this thing immediately. Well, never mind. Thanks, Tinkstra. It's dead, and we even get more max HP. Thank you, Fruit Juice. Well, it plans is garbage, but however, here's a Sneaky Strike Plus. And that's going to be a yes from me, dog. We do have to do 2 acrobatics, and it is upgraded as well. And it is the beginning of Act 2, where we need more upfront damage. There's also Flechettes number 2 offered here, but it's not upgraded. And generally speaking, you don't want too many of those. So we're off to a good start. This isn't great though. Are we losing the buffer to the birds already? We can drop one of them. But yeah, it seems we are, unless we play the Swift Potion, which is probably not a good idea. So we'll take 2 damage on the first turn, it seems, and lose the buffer. But we will have Horncleat and Captain's Wheel for further block later on. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So we can drop one with Endless Agony, and Glass Knife. But maybe we should wait on that. Not sure. But let's wait. So here we take 2. Ow, ow. And you guys are still attacking, huh? Well, now we have a lot more options. So Crippling Cloud is here, Malaise is here, Glass Knife, Sneaky Strike with Acrobatics is here. A whole lot of things we could do. So I think the Crippling Cloud is probably the play here. So we are already full blocking now. Let's also get rid of the melees, or maybe even just do a strike instead. Yeah, sure. We don't need the melees for this fight, even though it's very good against these things. Okay, 0 damage incoming. These 2 are buffing, so we want to kill them now. Go for this one, I guess. Okay, so that's going to die. We can drop this one. And it's also going to die relatively soon. Just use this. Okay. Easy. And that's enough to kill all of them. Alright. Skewer is here. It's not upgraded, so I'm going to skip it. Cloak and Dagger is here. Kind of the same deal. I'd probably take it if it were upgraded, but at the moment, Endless Agony Plus is here. So it's probably better than skipping, but with the Pyramid it's not quite as good as it would be otherwise. I think it's going to mess with our hands a little bit. But it's probably still takeable here. Not sure if we need it though, we probably don't. But it is upgraded, and it does deal damage, and it does exhaust itself. I could really see the skip being the best option here, but I'm leaning towards taking the second Endless Agony. It will help us a lot against the Slavers, I guess. Let's take it. And I think we're strong enough to skip this store because the path that it leads us to is pretty bad otherwise. So let's go continue on the blue path. Okay, this is another fight where having Crippling Cloud Plus is going to help. This turn 1 is pretty meh. Guess we just use a pretty bad Flechettes and get rid of these Endless Agonies and a Strike. And we'll keep the Sneaky Strike for an Acrobatics or a Dagger Throw. Okay. Okay, 2 Sneaky Strikes plus a Dagger Throw. We don't really have a lot of things to spend the free energy on, but whatever. Okay, here's Glass Knife though. Okay, 16, die. Take that. Take that, take that. Okay. Can still block. Is there a point in using acrobatics? Maybe. Maybe. Don't have Sneaky Strike in the draw pile anymore. We do have the Endless Agony though. Let's do that and do this. And kill you. And do that. Do we play a defend here? Just to make room? I guess we do. Okay. We still have the buffer, so yeah, very easy fight. And Flechettes dealing 4 times 7. Quite nice. Take that. And we can just use the buffer charge here. Okay. And a couple of good options here. Piercing Well, pretty valuable block thingamajig. Especially good with the Pyramid, actually. Escape Plan is also acceptable. So we don't have anything currently that like synergizes with it, do we? Unless you maybe count Endless Agony as that, and I don't think it does count. Let's take the Piercing Well. It's good in AoE fights and against multi-attacks. So now the question is, do we want for some reason to do the white path over the other paths? Let's not even consider this anymore. So if we want the white path, we need to take a question mark here. And as I said earlier, question marks might be basically empty floors for us. We don't like all the events. So the white path does have the store. It also has 2 elites and 2 campfires. That's pretty good. Can we take the burning elite with this deck? Probably. So burning elite slavers still terrifying. The Book of Stabbing is going to be pretty easy with the Malaise and these relics and the Crippling Cloud and the Piercing Veil. The Gremlin Orb is kind of a risk, I guess, actually. So 1 elite there, 1 here. We could get 1 elite there. I think we want the store, so the white path might be the best one, probably. We want to spend the gold and also remove some strikes. And this store is inferior. Yeah, I think we like the white path the most. Okay. Ritual Dagger, huh? Okay, so with the Pyramid it's pretty good. It's a bit annoying to stack it, or try to stack it, but we could do it. It's going to cost us 6 HP, that's fine. The 50 gold is also fine. I think the Ritual Dagger is probably good here. So let's take it. Might even upgrade it, but I think the Peace Pipe removals might be better. Let's go for the White Path. Need to try to keep stacking this. With the help of these relics, I think it's doable. And especially since we can keep it in our hand with the pyramid. Okay, do we get rid of neutralize here? I don't know if I should. Let's keep it. Probably doesn't matter. Okay, we can malaise. 18. Yeah, malaise is going to full block. Thank you, malaise. And now we can just start killing it. Or continue, I guess. All right. $9.21. Well, we can just wait for next turn. Actually, let's see. It's going to block, isn't it? Yes, it is. 15. Okay, that's enough. So, yeah, math is difficult. But yeah, that's good. Concentrate. Okay, that's good. It definitely wants an upgrade, but it's going to enable us to do some very silly things eventually, maybe, with the pyramid and with these acrobatics. And it also works with the sneaky strikes. And it also pairs well with malaise. So yeah, that's good. I will need to upgrade it here instead of removing, I think. Since it's pretty bad without an upgrade, but yeah, let's do that. Okay, discard 2, gain 2 energy. That's going to help a lot. And here's Gremlin Leader, who is actually kind of tricky because of the RNG. We'll see how we perform here. Okay, we can kill this sneaky gremlin like this. Just do that and keep the buffer for now. Okay, sadly no use from the Horn Cleat. Now the question is, do we save Crippling Cloud for next turn? Probably, since it's going to summon more things. More thingamajigs to kill. Let's even keep this shield gremlin alive. Okay, so it's not attacking, not great. But now we can do some very silly things, so let's start with the concentrate. And with the piercing well and the malaise, we should be safe. We also have the buffer against this gremlin bozo. Alright. Strike this one, I guess. Sure. And we still have one sneaky strike there, so let's try to get to it. There it is, good. Do that. And do this. And do this, so they're dead. And I guess we could also do this. Okay. Start with the dagger throw. There's a sneaky strike. So do that. Do... I guess this. Do I use the malaise? For 1 energy. Probably. Just get rid of it. Okay, it's dealing damage, but it's not that much. And we do have the piercing well. Kind of a waste to use the glass knife against a sneaky gremlin. And we don't need to. So let's not. Okay. Alright. Seems we get through this without taking any damage. $18. Let's see if we can hit a sneaky strike, and we do. Alright, there we go. Retreat! Run! Alright, we get the Ancient Tea Set for more energy after a rest site. We also get a Cultist Potion. That's going to get us through the Collector at least. Very good potion in a long fight. Let's drink the fruit juice now. We get offered the Noxus Fumes. When it's unupgraded, I don't think we want it anymore. We don't want to spend an upgrade on it. Probably. Even though it does synergize with Crippling Cloud. Backflip is acceptable, it draws more things. Pairs well with Concentrate. Let's take a backflip. Okay, question mark is instead a hallway fight. How rude. It's also the Chosen, which is actually quite bad. We do have the malaise, we have decent damage. We are probably fine. Start with the backflip, I guess. Okay. So we need to block once more to conserve the buffer. Sad. So just do that, I guess. Okay, we are getting debuffed again. It's not going to matter that much, but it is annoying. Guess we should kill the bird, though I would prefer to kill the Chosen first, but it's going to take a while to actually manage. So let's kill the bird here. And might as well Ritual Dagger it. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. And here's Malaise to help out. We also have a Concentrate to pair with it. Very nice. Take that. Dumb Chosen. Alright. Easy fight now. So our hand is kind of blocked with garbage at the moment. But it shouldn't matter. Slightly annoying. We do need to deal more damage. Okay, so yeah, that's 3 times 7. Sure. Guess we'll keep the buffer still. Okay. And we get an ancient potion. Do we want it? It's okay. I don't know if it's better than what we currently have. It's definitely not better than the coldest potion. Reflex is here. Yeah, that's definitely a take, since we have the Concentrate Plus. It's actually excellent. A second dagger throw would be maybe acceptable, but yeah, it's no reflex. Finisher, not with this deck, I don't think. Ancient Potion. Do we care about an Ancient Potion at the moment? I don't think we do. Let's just leave it. Okay, so we've become a boat. Here's the anchor. We have all 3 boat relics and the fossilized helix, so we are extremely defensive just by our relics alone. That's pretty nice. And here I could see upgrading reflex or maybe upgrading acrobatics. But I think, well, we could also upgrade Ritual Dagger. Or we could just remove with the toking. That's maybe the best option. I think toking is the best option. Let's remove a strike. There we go. And here's the store with 600 gold. If we get extremely lucky, we will find the membership card here. Okay, we don't. Well, we can't get everything, I guess. Chemical X is here. We have a malaise, so that's probably worth it just because of the malaise. It's also not that much money. Terror is here, might be good. Does kind of want an upgrade, but it's not necessary. It's not mandatory. Nightmare is here. What would be Nightmare? With the Chemical X, we could Nightmare Malaise. That's pretty nice. Other than that, is there anything good currently to Nightmare? Ritual Dagger is good. So yeah, there are uses for it. However, it is quite expensive. Specimen is way too expensive for us at the moment. Toy Ornithopter might actually be worth it. For 5 HP heals each time we drink a potion. But yeah, I think Chemical X is good enough here to take. We also definitely want a card remove again. And it's probably still a strike. We could also consider removing a defend. But yeah, strikes are just stinky, stinky bad, horrible, crappy garbage cards at this point. So now the question is, do we take any of these three things, or do we just keep our money? Thinking ahead is also acceptable. It's pretty expensive for what it does, though. Nightmare can definitely break the game, that's true. I think it's probably good enough with the Ritual Dagger and the Chemical X-Malaise. Yeah, let's take the Nightmare. But do we take the Toy Ornithopter with the rest of our money? This event might demand money from us. It might even be another store. It's a very minor consideration, but it is a consideration. Also, do we want the Terror? It does pair well with the Ritual Dagger and the Glass Knife Plus and the Sneaky Strikes, etc. I think we probably do. It's kind of expensive and we might find it on our own. And we don't need it just yet. But even so, it might be better than Toy Ornithopter. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. So, So a lot of things. We could buy either the Toy Ornithopter, we could buy the Terror, or we could just save our money. The thing with Terror is it definitely does want an upgrade with a Pyramid deck, I think. We do have the Concentrate Plus to help with that, but even so. Nightmare also kind of wants an upgrade, so it's competing with that. So on the basis of that, I think we'll skip it for now. We do have enough damage to get through this with the Cultist Potion at the very least. So we don't need it necessarily here. It is early enough for Toy Ornithopter to do things. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll buy the Toy Ornithopter, and hopefully this event doesn't demand money. Oh, it's the arena. Okay, well, this is a blessed run. So we'll get 2 relics out of this. Provided we can beat 2 fights. And it should be pretty easy, actually. Pretty easy indeed. We can basically autopilot this first one. Sadly, we didn't draw any damage to kill this red slaver. Doesn't matter though. Well, we do have the glass knife, but it's a waste to use here. Okay, we are already full blocking. Take -10 strength for this turn. And also, yeah, Ritual Dagger is here. I kind of forgot we had it. That's pretty sad. But yeah, we did get to use it. The arena event also grants us 2 possibilities to stack it. That's very nice. Okay, and let's take the other fight. And we could Nightmare the Ritual Dagger here. That's probably good. With the anchor, we don't need to block here at all. Might as well concentrate already though. With the aggro and the sneaky strike. Get rid of Gremlin Bob first, I guess. Let's Nightmare the Ritual Dagger. Only the first one, the original one, will stack though. 27 times 2 is 54. Let's do that. Might as well keep these around. These endless agonies. Yes, roar! I know. But you are dead now. One thing we could do is we could drink the Swift Potion. We might get a potion out of this. That means we'll gain 5 health from it. Not sure if that's called for. The thing with the Swift Potion is it might be good later on, but it's probably not that necessary with the Pyramid Acrobatics focused deck. So I think we'll be a bit greedy here and drink the Swift Potion. Not sure if that's called for, but... So far in this run, actually Gordon Gekko has been correct. I disparaged him and Oliver Stone in Act 1, but it seems I was wrong and they were right. Okay, we don't get a potion, but we do get 100 gold, wing boots and a letter opener. So the letter opener might actually prevent us from making ritual dagger stack sometimes. That's bad, but it is okay AoE damage. It's not great anymore, but it's pretty okay. Wing boots can enable us to do some silly things. We might use it already here to get one more elite after this one. And let's take a second piercing well. Quite this elite. It's just a book of whatevers. We aren't afraid of it. So this turn 1 is pretty meh overall. But with the malaise with Chemical X and the Nightmare, this should be easy. Just need to make sure we stack Ritual Dagger, even though I don't know if it's like mandatory to win the run anymore. As long as I don't screw this up somehow, I think we're pretty much guaranteed to win already with these relics. But yeah, it's definitely possible I screw this up somehow. Like for example now, I can't remember if we discarded anything during our turn yet, but we can use the dagger throw, it's fine. So do that, do the sneaky strike. Might as well Fléchettes. Or we could aggro. Let's aggro first. Okay. So using melees for more would be beneficial. Do we need to, though? Not with piercing well. So let's do this. $30. Don't currently have 30. But we can wait until we do. Okay. Okay, we get the Art of War for more energy when we haven't played an attack. That could be okay. Just need to remember to actually make use of that, and I might forget. Thanks to my adult brain. Alright, so here's Envenom, which is okay. However, it does kind of demand an upgrade. Does pair well with Art of War, so when we play Envenom, as long as we don't play an attack, it's kind of pays for itself, energy-wise. Storm of Steel is here. It's not terrible, but it's not good. We do have the reflex, but it's still eh. The thing with Envenom is, I don't know if we need it, and there are more things we'd like to upgrade that aren't Envenom, like reflex for example, or an acro, or removing strikes. I think we'll skip it, even though it would add some damage to our deck, and it does synergize with the Crippling Cloud. And it does work pretty well with Flechettes and the Endless Agonies. And to some extent the Glass Knife, I guess. So I could see an argument for taking it and for skipping it. We definitely don't want another leg sweep, I don't think. Not when we already have one and we are already so defensive. So it's either Envenom or skip here. So the question is, do we need something like Envenom to get through Act 3, especially late Act 3? And the answer is, I don't know. Ritual Dagger with the Nightmare might just be enough by itself. And we skipped the Terror in the store, so that's an argument for Envenom here. And when it is 2 energy cost, when we have the Concentrate Plus and the Art of War, it's not that bad as usual. And also with the Pyramid, we can play it at an opportune time. So I think I've convinced myself we'll take the Envenom. Even though I don't really love it. And yes, I think we'll spend a Wing Boot charge on this elite. Might be better to save it for Act 3. Maybe, I don't know. We still haven't fought the Burning Elite, so that's an argument for saving it. But I'll use it here. 1 charge to get 1 more elite fight. And it is the 3 slavers. Also, yeah, we did get an energy potion. I didn't mention that. That's pretty good. Especially since we do have the toy ornithopter. Start this by using acro, I guess. But let's use neutralize first. Because if we draw one of our endless agonies with the acro, they will clutter our hand otherwise. Alright, what do we do? Do we piercing well here? Maybe. Crippling Cloud would be good, but will the weakness block enough to conserve the buffer? No, I don't think. So let's piercing well. Well, let's Flechettes first and then piercing well. Is that enough block though? I think so. It's not like a huge mistake if I miscalculated this. We could play the piercing well now and just play the glass knife. If we are blocking for enough, we can save the flechettes for later, I guess. Okay, 9. So let's play the glass knife, since flechettes is now 4 less damage since we played the skill first. So let's play the glass knife now. Kill the red slaver first, as usual. Okay. Ritual dagger is here. Might as well use it already, I guess. Dagger throw sneaky strike first. Yeah, why not? Let's go for the Taskmaster next, because we really dislike these wounds. Okay. We are not full blocking unless we concentrate and do backflip plus something. Or we could just crippling cloud now. That's fine. So here Envenom is kind of not doing anything for us. I'm not sure if we'll ever even play it. We might just discard it now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, full blocking. Almost killed the Taskmaster. $15, huh? That's enough to kill this one, okay. We already played Ritual Dagger, yes. Use Nightmare on the Flechettes. Well, we can't actually because we don't have the energy. Let's wait with the Flechettes and use Leg Sweep now to extend the weakness. Might as well just melee as well. Okay. Warpaint. Blur Plus. Now that's something that can get you through the Act 3 bosses and Act 4. It does kind of want dexterity to make me more use of, but it's an okay card. Preserve block. Definitely don't want all out attack or leg sweep number 2. I'll take the Blur Plus. And let's see what Warpaint hits. 2 defense. Okay. Not that exciting, but oh well. Nightmare plus Reflex would have been exciting. Or maybe Acro. Dexterity Potion. I think I like the Energy Potion more. Yeah, I guess so. Let's skip the Dexterity Potion, though it might help more actually in the Collector fight. We are using the Cultist Potion, I think. Because the Collector is just that terrifying. Not sure. Not sure if Dexterity Potion is better than Energy Potion here. Probably is. Let's take it. And the question is, do we toke another strike or do we upgrade something like Nightmare? I think upgrading is probably better now. So upgrade Nightmare for -1 energy cost. Okay, and let's go ahead and use the Cultist Potion. I think it's warranted. This turn 1 kind of sucks. Also heal 5. We could maybe Nightmare Concentrate, but I don't think that's good. So instead we'll just have to leg sweep. And I guess we conserve energy with Art of War instead of playing Neutralize. So yeah, that's a pretty sad turn 1. Could play this defend to make more room in our hand and also to deal 5 damage thanks to the letter opener. This is a defend plus though. Let's not. Okay. So for our Nightmare, I think we want Malaise or Ritual Dagger. Though even Envenom, when unupgraded, might be good enough. Well, anyway, let's start doing things. Here's flechettes. And we will kill these torch heads first. Fif 25. Okay, that's good enough for this one. Okay, full blocking. Here's Envenom. The first chance we've had to... Well, not chance, but the first time we might actually play it. I think we will. Collector is summoning, so we'll play Crippling Cloud next turn, I think. Playing Glass Knife here might be a mistake, because we won't get the energy from Art of War if we do that. Let's just Survivor that deals 3 damage and it gets rid of something in our hand. Is that actually good though? Yeah, we kind of want more room. Let's get rid of the backflip here, since the defend is upgraded. Alright, here's Ritual Dagger, along with other things. $10, huh? So to conserve buffer, we could Blur plus Defend, Blur plus Piercing Well. Or something like Piercing Well, but that's probably stupid. Could also just kill one. 9. 2. Okay, that does kill one. Let's do the Blur plus Defend. Well, no, it didn't kill this one. Miscalculated. And now our hand is getting kind of clogged. So our Nightmare target is probably the Ritual Dagger. So we might as well just play the Malaise already to make room. Right, and for this we do have the Piercing Wells. But I think the buffer is getting spent anyway. So this might be the occasion where we lose HP. It's been a while since we lost HP. That's fine. Well, not yet, but because we will lose the buffer, we will start losing HP as well, probably. So I think this is where we Ritual Dagger, well, Nightmare the Ritual Dagger. Even so, our damage is kind of poor. Even with 4 of these things, while we are debuffed. 120. Collector still has almost all of her HP. I think we need to start getting rid of these attack cards in our hand. even though that's going to disable Art of War. So yeah, let's just take the... Let's kill this torch head and eat the buffer here. Probably. 24, that's enough. Start dealing damage here. And Nightmare the Ritual Dagger now. Need to remember that this one is the original if we want to stack it. Okay, and it's not attacking us, so we can just deal damage here. Now it is attacking us though, and we can't kill it yet. So we are probably taking damage. We do have Concentrate Plus to help though. Okay, full blocking actually. Good, good, good. Can we kill it now? Maybe. Maybe. $32. $24. 56, so that's enough with the poison, but we don't get to stack it. I think it's probably better to stack the Ritual Dagger instead of not taking damage here. Yeah, I think so. It's a bit sad to take damage for once, but oh well. Okay. So we are through the collector fight. 36. Okay. And we get an energy potion out of that. As well as After Image or Nightmare. Both of which are quite good. So with a second Nightmare we can do some extremely silly things. We can Nightmare the Nightmare and basically have infinite nightmares. Just the After Image might be just, well, basically more simple and easier to use. And we do need some more block help for Act 4 at least, if not Act 3. We could keep Nightmaring Malaise, or we could keep Nightmaring Ritual Dagger though. That's kind of insane, but yeah. Yeah, maybe the second Nightmare is better than the After Image. Maybe. I actually do need to take a little bit of a bathroom break here, so I'll just make an edit here so you don't have to watch at this screen. Okay, I'm back. So after consideration, I think the best option here is the Nightmare, just because it has more potential to break the game for us. Even though I do like the after image also. Grand finale, I don't think is worth considering. You can make use of it. Can even nightmare it, and it's usable with the runic pyramid specifically, but it's very annoying to keep track of when to use it and how to use it. And when we don't really need it, I think we'll just take something else. So let's take the nightmare here. Okay, and as for our relic, the boss relic, I think it's an easy choice to take the fusion hammer, because we already have something to do at rest sites, and that's toking things with the peace pipe. We also do want more energy, and these other options are kind of garbage. So let's take the fusion hammer. Alright. And I think this deck should beat the rest of the game pretty easily. Unless I screw up somehow. And we need to remember that we still have some wing boot charges, so after doing this we can jump here and we'll see what else. So we probably want more elites. Do we want a store? Maybe. In which case we could start here. Go to this store here. And jump at some point to the Burning Elite, which we need to do. Otherwise, are we getting a store? No. That's a bit of a shame. We could just save our money for Act 4, but it's probably better to spend some of it here. So use the wing boot charge here, get here, and then have one more charge. Probably to jump to this elite. After this campfire. Yeah, I think that's probably what we want to do. Okay. First up, 3 Dorklings. Just go ahead and Crippling Cloud. And let's keep some block for next turn, even though we do have the Horn Cleat as well. Okay, full blocking. And we actually have more energy than we can use. Guess we can Nightmare the Glass Knife here. In this fight you can only stack Ritual Dagger once. On the very last one of these things, so... Okay, no Ritual Dagger yet. Might as well keep this one alive, because it's going to die to the poison anyway. Don't want to kill this one too fast, because, yeah, we want to Ritual Dagger. But we want to clear our hand a little bit. Might as well kill that. Whatever. Come on, Ritual Dagger. No. Still no. How about now? Yes, good. So there we go. Piercing Well is here. Prepared Plus would have been very nice, but a regular old Prepared, probably a skip. Let's take Piercing Well Plus. We could also go to this store instead and skip this one for that path, after which we can jump here. Means we get one more question mark, and that means one relic out of tiny chest, plus possibly a good event like Mind Bloom. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Omamori is here. So we could get extremely lucky and get Mind Bloom here, which would offer us 1,000 gold for 2 curses. But that is an extremely long shot, so let's just take the Sapphire Key instead. We need it. Okay, kill this thing next. Just start dealing damage. Shouldn't matter in this fight how we play this, as long as we get to stack the Ritual Dagger. And we almost can immediately. Okay, here we go. Ritual Dagger is at 45 now. Poison Potion. Also, these card rewards are super meh. Skip all of that. Now give me Mind Bloom, please. Well, it's not the Mind Bloom, but it is a rare relic. So let's fight. Should be pretty easy with our relics and this deck. Still need to block, huh? Well, we can get some block out of Malaise. Okay, so this is 24. If we played this before, how much is it? 24 plus 6 is 30. So we can kill this one with Envenom Flechette's Strike. And we're already full blocking this one. 24 plus 6, yeah, that's enough. Oh, it's not full block because we have the burn. Well, it means the buffer will get spent here, but it shouldn't matter at all. We still have the Captain's Will. So, always possible to make mistakes when you play too fast in Slay the Spire. Okay, now we just wait for the Ritual Dagger. Here it is, but We still don't have enough damage, so... Wait for... should be Nightmare it. Probably. Okay. So this is the original one. There we go. Prayer wheel. Okay, so normal enemies drop an additional card reward. Guess we can fight a couple of them in this act, but overall that's pretty underwhelming. Nightmares here again. 3 nightmares, huh? Is that too many? Maybe. I don't know. Let's take it. Let's live a little. Take some nightmares. And here we are at the store. We could get a 4th nightmare with Dolly's mirror. I think I like the card remove on the strike the most out of anything. I wish I had like an adrenaline plus, so I had like a very easy choice for Dolly's mirror. I don't think we want to nightmare or to add another nightmare anymore. It's going to be too many nightmares. So are we actually going to... Well, we could get a 2nd ritual dagger. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 ritual daggers. But let's remove a strike first. Is there anything else here worth considering? I don't think we want ink bottle. It's okay, but it costs a lot and it's kind of annoying to keep track of. So let's just Dolly's mirror and get a 2nd ritual dagger. There we go. That should be plenty damage. And now let's jump to the Burning Elite. Reptomancer, huh? There is a possibility that this goes very wrong for us. I'll go ahead and use the Dex potion. It's also +5 healing. Can't discard yet. Don't want to nightmare anything. This is 16 plus 6, 22 plus... Okay, we can kill one of them. But yeah, pretty bad turn 1. We could nightmare the reflex, but I don't know if that's good. With more concentrates it would be, but we only have 1. We could also nightmare the piercing well, just to keep us a bit safer. Or we could just save it for a malaise or a ritual dagger. So I think we'll save it. Might get rid of this defend. Not sure if that's good though, so let's not. Okay. Repto is not attacking yet. Might want to use the energy potion in this fight. Might already want to use it, but we'll see. Blur. I think we will blur during this turn. Okay, we draw a sneaky strike, that's good. Let's kill this one. Okay. 2 energy left. We could just conserve block with a leg sweep or defend. Let's do defend, I think. It's also +5 damage. And clear some room in our hand. So currently we're taking 100 damage. But we do have the piercing wells, we do have the melees. And we can kill at least one of these daggers. But yeah, Reptomancer. Quite a terrifying Act 3 elite. So, what do we want to do here? Probably piercing well first, and then envenom glass knife maybe. Would like to nightmare something, like maybe the melees. We do need a lot of damage here. Next turn is going to be bad. All three of these... No, not all three. These two daggers will be attacking for 25. Might even want to nightmare a piercing well plus here, I don't know. Just to get through the next couple of turns. Okay, I think I will. Not sure if that's good though. We'd ideally want to spend it on Ritual Dagger. But I will Nightmare a Piercing Well here. And now we're taking 52. Just take 0 instead, I think. Or keep the buffer rather. You can also keep energy with the Art of War. Okay. But we are taking these wounds. Alright, here's one Ritual Dagger. We can Nightmare it. Should be though. Kill one. Use the buffer to tank the other one. Well, I think we are always killing this, so let's do it. Can't kill this one anyway, so I think we'll just eat the damage. Might need to use the energy potion next turn. Not all of the Ritual Daggers can even fit in our hand, sadly. If we Nightmare here. 10 plus 13. Okay, we can keep the buffer. As long as we use the weak against this dagger. Or we use a piercing well. And here is where Envenom costing 1 would be helpful. We also need to kind of clear our hand. Kind of awkward spot. Maybe we even use a Piercing Well plus here. Use Leg Sweep on Repto herself, so it's weak. Or she's weak for next, well, the next 2 turns. So, I'm not sure if this is the right play. But let's keep the buffer and clear some crap out of our hand. And here we go, taking more damage. Damn you, Repto. So I think we need to use the energy potion. Probably. This Nightmares costing 3 is just killing us. Yeah, I'll do it. Let's use a piercing well and a defense, so we keep the... Maybe we use both piercing wells here. Piercing well plus will block for these two. Then we can Nightmare a Ritual Dagger and play one Ritual Dagger on Repto. Right? I think so. And that will lose the buffer. Play one Ritual Dagger on Repto, and we should have a kill next turn. Yeah, we will. Okay, thank you, Energy Potion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was scary, but we got through it with full health. Pick up the bronze scales, which will help against the heart, as well as an emerald key and a skip. Don't want an infinite blades in this deck. Also messes with Art of War while being underwhelming by itself. Okay. So now we'll head... Let's make this... So let's head to this node here and probably jump to this elite afterwards. And we do need to recall, so might as well do that now. Or should we actually talk first? Yeah, let's talk first, actually. We have an elite straight after this, after all. Let's get rid of our final strike. Go for the elite. It is the giant head. Start with Crippling Cloud, I guess. And Acro, Reflex. We could Nightmare Blur here, but we don't have any dexterity to make more use out of it. So probably shouldn't do that. Need to make some room in our hand. With Nightmare Acrobatics, but I don't think that accomplishes us basically anything good. Nightmare Malaise is not good in this fight, and we don't have the energy anymore anyway. Let's get rid of one of these piercing wells. They're actively bad in this fight. And get rid of the Malaise. Okay, we can Nightmare a Ritual Dagger. Probably a good idea. Let's also play Envenom. Let's keep the block, question mark. Or get rid of a piercing well here. We don't need the block. Let's get rid of the piercing well and keep the energy with Art of War. By not playing an attack. Okay. Let's see how much damage we can do here. The terror would help a lot, but we don't have it. We still have one Ritual Dagger in our draw pile, so we can just get rid of all of this. Okay. Not that impressive, but alright damage. Okay, is buffer going to be spent here? Maybe. 8, 8, 8, 24. Yeah, it seems so. seems we are lacking a tiny bit of damage or block still, which means we might be taking a big hit next turn. Unless we can draw... Well, does drawing Ritual Dagger here even help? Concentrate would help. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Concentrate is here. Okay, we can keep the buffer. That's extremely good. Keep one Nightmare for the final Ritual Dagger. And we should be good now. Okay. Why am I still here? Well, it's because my deck, while being good, is just not good enough to kill you as fast as I would like, I guess. Okay, this deals 52 exactly. Oddly Smooth Stone is here. One more dex, that's good. Helps with Blur Plus. Reflex Plus is here. I like it a lot. Escape Plan is also here. I like it, but I don't like it a lot. So let's take the Reflex Plus, and that enables Concentrate Plus to be a good Nightmare target, I think. Alright. Lot while, okay. Underwhelming. Do we toke a defend, or maybe an Endless Agony here, or do we just recall? I think we should recall at this point. Just so we have the option of resting perhaps later on. Okay, and we now have the 3 keys. Let's take on this elite and spend our final Wing Boot charge. Okay, Nemesis is here. Could just malaise straight away. Could even malaise for a lot with Concentrate. Well, I think it's good enough, so let's Concentrate. Play the Sneaky Strikes. And just malaise for 10. Okay. 0 times 3, that's not very threatening. And we can just Nightmare one of these Ritual Daggers here. And this fight is over. Okay, Incense Burners here. That's a good relic. However, it is a bit annoying to keep track of, so we'll see if we can make optimal use out of it. And the card reward is sadly garbage. Prepared is here again. I would love an upgraded prepared, but just a regular prepared, no. We like event rooms. We haven't had Mind Bloom, so maybe. Yeah, let's go for events. And here is Mind Bloom. Good. Do we ever take Upgrade All? I don't think so. Because I'm not a good enough player to do that comfortably, and also it disables Toy Ornithopter. So let's just get another rare relic. And a card reward. And also stack Ritual Dagger. Okay, it's already going to be enough damage here. Let's just take it slow here. No reason to rush things. Nightmare the bigger ritual dagger. Just get rid of this one already. Okay. There we go. Mango. 14 max health. That's pretty good. We are now up to 73. And we are offered Acro Plus or Concentrate unupgraded, which we can never upgrade. So I would love a Concentrate Plus since we added a Reflex Plus, but just a regular Concentrate, I don't know if we want that. Yeah, I don't think so. Acro Plus. It's a bit awkward to make use of all these acros. We have 2, so we can take one more, I think. I would really love a calculated gamble or what's the card that gives you energy when you discard it? One of those, especially if upgraded, but we'll just have to make do with what we are offered. So, Concentrate, I guess it could be still used specifically because of the Reflex Plus, but like I said, I would really prefer an upgraded version. So let's take the Acro Plus here. Not convinced it's actually good here, but maybe. Okay, so here's a chance to stack Ritual Daggers. Both of them. Okay, well, let's get rid of this Exploder. Could also just Nightmare this one already, just to make this a little bit easier. But let's not. Here's Incense Burner doing things. Still have the one Ritual Dagger here. Need to get rid of these cards to actually play it. It's Nightmare the Blur here. Just to get rid of one of these nightmares and make this spiker easier to deal with, but it seems it was unnecessary. So do that, do this, and kill. Get a regen potion. 2 card rewards, one of them is a reflex, one of them is a terror. Both of which are good. Do we want a reflex over the terror? I think we like the terror more. We'd still like to have a little bit of damage. It's especially good against the heart. And I guess the awakened one as well. Let's take the terror. Could take an eviscerate, I guess, but it's unupgraded. We don't have strength scaling. And while we do have a good amount of discard synergies, I don't think it's by any means that good here. I'll skip it. Okay, we could lose 361 gold for this red mask thingamajig here, but eh. Let's not do that. And we are at full health, so we should talk something. And now the question is Endless Agony worse than a defend? So we do have 1 dexterity, but only 1. Only 1. The Endless Agony has kind of a little bit outlived its usefulness, and we will still have the upgraded version anyway. Let's get rid of the Endless Agony. And first up, the Awakened one. With these nightmares, this fight should be pretty easy. We can Nightmare Malaise, we can Nightmare Blur Plus, we can Nightmare Ritual Daggers. Might end up taking some damage, but this deck has only 1 power, is that correct? Seems to be. So we don't even need to play this Envenom, and if we do play it, it's fine. Alright, let's start with an Acro. Having that second concentrate would be nice on this turn. Then again, we can Nightmare the Concentrate Plus. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do it. Might as well. Okay, here's Nightmare again. Oh yeah, we can stack Ritual Daggers against these cultists. The question is, do I Nightmare this Ritual Dagger? It's just Nightmare now. Well, not yet, but when we draw the second one. I think that's better. Then we can keep Nightmaring something like Malaise if we want to. Okay, let's do this. See how this goes. could spend a lot of time in this fight to make sure I play better, but we don't really need to do that, I don't think. Don't have acros, so I'll get rid of one concentrate here. We have this one. So I could wait to Nightmare the Nightmare, but I could just Nightmare the Malaise here, and that's basically enough to win this fight. So let's just do that. I might as well just use one of them already. Okay. Just save like at least one of them for phase 2 of the fight. Spells, I guess we should maybe save the Ritual Dagger, since we can still stack it for +3 damage. It doesn't matter that much, but we could do that. Terror, I guess we'll play it already. We could save it for the next phase, but oh well. Just make some room here. And oh yeah, with these malaises we should make sure we get the incense burner on like 4. And now we can Nightmare, Ritual Dagger, Malaise or Blur. Which one is the best one? Just to make this faster, I guess Ritual Dagger would be, but... yeah, sure. Just want to keep this one for a while yet. $81, $81, $81. $270, right? So I don't think we can stack Ritual Dagger on this first phase. It needs to be specifically spent on the second phase, which sadly will take quite a bit of time for us to manage. Well, let's get rid of these 3. Might as well Blur. Oh yeah, we have a Crippling Cloud as well in the deck. I had forgotten all about it. Kind of want to make room in our hand. Still have 3 concentrate pluses in there, so might as well. That's also enough to kill. Good. Keep all of this. Okay. Just block here. Let's spend one malaise though. Or will we? Just yet. Sure. Okay. So this should be super easy. No risk at all. Just going to take a while. It's malaise for even more. 0 times 3 sounds good. Now let's envenom. And we still have the Ritual Dagger and the Incense Burner to keep in mind. But other than that, this fight is basically over. Keep on doing things. Just want this on 4 though, so let's not kill it too fast. $20, yeah, sure. It's not like the biggest deal to get this on 4 now, but after the next boss we really want it on 4 because that's the best number for Act 4. Okay, so I guess we don't deal more damage here. Alright, just block this and we are off to the races. There we go. Okay. So Donwan and Deka, definitely my favorite Act 3 boss because they're the simplest one. I hate time boss specifically. So let's see what we can accomplish here. Kill Donu first. Might end up taking damage in this fight, but it's going to be fine. Okay, here we could Nightmare the Nightmare. It's going to clog our hand, but is it worth it? Not sure, but let's do it. It's also piercing well. Just get rid of some of these artifacts. Okay. If we had Neutralize Plus, it would make a decent Nightmare target in this fight. But we didn't ever upgrade it. Yeah, I did clog my hand with these nightmares. These unupgraded ones. That's pretty bad. Might be a mistake. Need to start getting rid of them. Yeah, I think it was a mistake to nightmare the unupgraded nightmare. Here we can nightmare this 63 ritual dagger. Definitely won't concentrate. Can't get it. 63 times 4 is pretty close to a kill. Can we even fit them in our hand? No. So we will take damage in this fight, and it's probably my own fault. Okay, let's Crippling Cloud, I guess. Yeah, that was a mistake. A definite mistake. Can't get rid of these nightmares. And if I nightmare now, our hand is clogged by ritual daggers plus nightmares. So we might want to blur defend instead. That does full block. Yeah, let's do that. We will lose the buffer though. Okay, here's Concentrate to help out. Let's Nightmare the Concentrate. Or will we? Well, Well, I guess so. Do that, maybe? Or just this? Yeah, we don't want any Venom in this fight. Now let's Nightmare the Ritual Dagger. Gets rid of Donu at least. Could do it with this one, which is more expensive. Still have Art of War. Yeah, let's do it with the more expensive one. And take some damage, sadly. Okay, 63 times 4 is enough. This is 16. And ideally we get the kill on the other one with this Ritual Dagger. So let's just spend this one. Okay, so couple of mistakes in this fight, but we did get through it relatively unscathed. It's not over yet, but it's almost over. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we want this on 4. Yeah, need to remember that. Okay, well that's awkward. Can we even accomplish it without taking damage? Don't think so, since I kind of screwed this up. Should have nightmared a malaise at some point. Or a blur plus. We still have 2 nightmares here. It's going to be difficult getting to them. But yeah, getting this incense burner on 4 is going to be worth it, so we need to try that. Definitely need to try that. So we want to reach something good to Nightmare that will enable that. Okay, we can Nightmare, but is that going to just clog our hand again? Probably. Let's see what else we get. Good. Nightmare Defend Plus. I mean, I guess that helps. A little bit. Lure Plus would be so much better though. Can't get to it. Well, this is awkward. Kind of hate dealing with these relics that you need to keep track of for other fights. 9-9, huh? So we are taking more damage to accomplish our goal. That's annoying. Oh, there's Blur Plus. Okay, that helps. Let's Nightmare it. Okay. So now we should be able to do this. Just want to get the kill with the Ritual Dagger when Incense Burner is on 4. Nothing else needed. 15 twice. 18 plus. Yeah, that's going to be enough. Okay. Alright, we did it. We did do it. So, there we go. And we are in Act 4. With a good amount of money, a good deck, we should be able to win this run. And now we can talk again. We could get rid of the Endless Agony. We could get rid of Neutralize. We could get rid of Defend. Maybe even Flechettes, though. It's been dealing okay damage. Don't want to rest for 4 hit points. I think we get rid of an Endless Agony here. It has done its duty. But now it might be time for it to retire. Yeah, I think the sneaky strikes are also better. Okay, I'll get rid of it. The Endless Agony, that is. Also helps us make more use of Art of War. Okay. Final store has some juicy stuff in it. So there's Apotheosis, which is pretty nice. Might be the pick here. There's also Orrery, which is excellent, but very RNG dependent. There's also a Footwork, which we probably want. So I think it's between those three things. And we can afford Apotheosis plus Footwork. So that's probably what we'll take. Can't afford Orrery plus Apotheosis, sadly. Okay, let's take the Apotheosis and the Footwork. And we have money for maybe a potion. So Colorless Potion might be better than Strength Potion, maybe. Expertise will be upgraded thanks to Apotheosis, but is it good here? If we Nightmare Concentrates, yes. Otherwise, no. I think it's a skip. Strength Potion helps us kill. Colorless Potion... It can give us Apotheosis, but we already have it. Let's just go with what we have, I think. Yeah. Okay, so how do we deal with this fight? Which one do we kill first? Probably the Spire Shield. Though if we Nightmare Ritual Daggers, we can do either one first. Can't Nightmare anything yet, because... No, we can Nightmare the melees. That's acceptable. Let's do a backflip first, though. Okay, we could do the same thing we did last time, which is Nightmare the Nightmare, but let's not. Let's Nightmare melees. And use Crippling Cloud to get rid of artifacts. Yeah. And might as well get rid of one melees already. Yeah. Pretty good turn one. And now we definitely want Incense Burner on 4 again for the heart. That's going to be the best number. Could Nightmare even more melees. Is that good? It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. With the Chemical X, it's probably good. Let's do it. And let's just get even more melees on this thing. Okay. Spire Shield is dealing a lot of damage to us. But we can full block. Let's also apply the Terror. And I guess we aggro here. We can melees again. Let's get rid of some melees. Keep one. Okay. Here's Nightmare Plus. We could Nightmare even more melees. But at this point, I think we want to get to the Ritual Daggers. Let's see what we get here. All right. Here's a Ritual Dagger. Let's use the Nightmare. Let's use one of these melees again. Maybe on this one, actually. Nah. Use it on the Spire Spear. Alright, 4 ritual daggers in our hand. We can kill this thing. Bonk and bonk. And next turn we want to kill this one. Not yet. Next turn. Alright, and we can even stack the other ritual dagger, so perfect fight for us. Kept all of our potions, kept all the hit points, stacked both ritual daggers and got incense burner on the correct number. We get a pen nib for more damage. Cunning potion will skip. And an adrenaline. Okay. So we should be able to beat the heart pretty easily, but it kind of depends on our draw order. Pretty annoying turn 1. We do get the terror already though. We could use the strength potion already for the strength, but we could also keep it for +5 healing later on. It's probably better to keep it. Let's also try to conserve the buffer. Okay, looking better. Guess we use adrenaline here. We could nightmare a malaise or a ritual dagger afterwards, or maybe even nightmare the nightmare, but probably not. So we can play one more card if we don't block for more, so that we keep the buffer. So we should probably nightmare something, and it's going to be between these 3. I think the malaise might make the most sense, though there are definite arguments for the ritual dagger, just to facilitate killing the heart faster. So which one will it be? We do still have this nightmare and more on the way. So I think we'll do the malaise here. And now we kind of need to end turn to keep the buffer. Okay, good. Everything is going well. Now we can nightmare the ritual dagger. Sure. Okay, let's start dealing damage, I guess. Well, that doesn't actually take it to 0 times 15, so we need to block or piercing well or malaise. Guess we defend plus. No, let's piercing well. Yeah. And use one malaise, I guess, also, just to extend the weakness. Maybe misplayed that turn. Also, Bronze Scales is doing work. And here we can just let the buffer eat this hit. Not like we can block it anyway. So let's deal damage. We'll just end turn. Nah, let's get rid of that. Okay. No buffer anymore. Let's keep on nightmaring ritual daggers. And we can drink this strength potion in a moment. Probably want to malaise as well, just to extend the weakness again. And also to clear some space here. Okay. Drink the strength potion. Back to 72 health. Okay. So here we can just take the damage. It should be fine. We can always tank the multi-hits with the piercing well and the malaise. These big hits I can just eat, and we also have the regen potion. Let's do... that. Maybe this. Maybe this. Oh yeah, it does have 2 artifact charges. Let's get rid of them. Just take some damage here. Let's just eat that. Now we can drink this. Okay. Right, and the pen nib with the ritual dagger will kill. And that took, well, not quite as long as the run timer says, because I did take that bathroom break, but yeah, that took a long while. Anywho, we do win. So Silent is now at 50%. 3 wins, 3 losses. Okay, so yeah, we also get a pretty good score. 3,500. Let's take a look at the run history in just a moment. Okay, so yeah, the fossilized helix definitely basically made the run. Runic pyramid also very useful, as well as the horn cleat and the captain's wheel. The chemical X along with the malaise plus the nightmares also quite impactful. And we even made use of peace pipe, which I don't always get to use when I get it, so that's good. Overall, a pretty strong run. I've had much stronger ones, of course. We did have to think about things, but I guess that's good. So it wasn't a complete cakewalk, even though it kind of started to look like it. Somewhere after we got the runic pyramid, at least. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I played. I did make some mistakes. I did nightmare the 3-cost nightmare in the fight against Donu and Deka. I think that was a mistake. Could have gone worse. It wasn't something that could have gotten us killed, I don't think, since we just had that much hit points, etc. So even though it was a mistake, it wasn't like that big of a mistake. But yeah, not perfect play, but good enough, and we got pretty lucky with our relics and card rewards, so yeah. Not sure if there's anything else to say about this. Did we even play Apotheosis once? So we bought it in Act 4. Not sure we played it. Well, whatever. Goes to show we didn't need it. If that was the case, I don't remember. Anywho, yeah, not much else to say. Next time, don't know when. It might take a few days or maybe a few weeks or maybe even longer to get to the defect, which is my worst character statistically. So we'll see how that goes, but thanks for watching and I'll hopefully see you then.